And welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner here on SportsTownChicago.com, powered by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I'm Alex LoCicero, and joining us today is the head girls volleyball coach of the Bennett Academy Red Wings, Mr. Brad Baker. And joining us in a little bit will be junior middle hitter Meghan Haggarty. Coach Baker, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
And let's start out. A very successful season for Bennett Academy. What are your thoughts on the season in general and the way it ended? And it ended in the heartbreak game that we got to call on SportsTownChicago.com against Hinsdale South.
Well, anytime you lose, you always want to continue and go on farther, and it's hard at that point in time to look back and realize, what we accomplished throughout the season, and these girls and wanted to go downstate and they wanted to win a state title, and it didn't happen. But there's only one team in 4A that gets to hold up that trophy, so you can only stay disappointed for so long, and then you got to look back and realize how exciting the season was.
What is one memory or one highlight from the season that you'll take with you moving forward?
From where this team started to where it ended up, we struggled at the beginning of the year, and then by the end, when we were able to beat Macaulay and win the Autumn Fest tournament, was the first time in Bennett school history that we'd ever done that, and really were starting to play well, and you could see the excitement in the girls, knowing that the hard work throughout the season had paid off, and paid off with wins at the end of the year.
Now, how long have you been coaching at Bennett Academy?
This last year was my fourth year at Bennett.
And how long in coaching in general?
It's my 12th year in general.
12th year in volleyball, or just 12th year of coaching something?
Volleyball. Ever since I got out of college, I've been coaching, whether it's club or high school, somehow involved in coaching volleyball.
How did you get into it?
I had played previously, and I got out of college, and I honestly thought I'd be coaching basketball, and I wasn't coaching anything, and had an offer to coach club because I had some previous experience playing, and just never looked back. Just continued coaching and farther on, and I've loved it ever since.
Now we're here on SportsTownChicago.com, Coach's Corner with head coach Brad Baker of the Bennett Academy Red Wings. Coach Baker, as a head coach, you're in a unique position over at Bennett Academy where you're a private institution and you get to actually recruit and choose your players. How do you go about that?
Well, we're not actually allowed to recruit. There's no recruiting that can go on. But it is a unique environment where people from all over this, a 30-mile radius can choose to come to Bennett and choose to be part of, the school and be part of the volleyball program. So I don't personally ever talk to anybody before they come to Bennett. It's once they, commit to coming to Bennett and become a student, then we can talk to them and get them part of the volleyball. But it is unique that there's so many kids from so many different, areas of the Chicagoland area that get to come and be part of the program.
That has to be kind of difficult from the 30-mile radius of bringing these girls together to become a team. Are there any team-building exercises you use to get that unity?
Yeah, there's a bunch of little different ones that we use throughout the year, and we always do ropes course at the beginning of the year, and there's a few different ones that I think the girls like. The ropes one is a big one where it's just a high ropes course where the girls have to learn trust and learn to. And it's pretty enjoyable. Megan's over there smiling right now from all the memories of those, and I think it's more enjoyable sometimes to watch, because it can be difficult and they struggle, but getting through those struggles or, simulate the season when there's going to be struggles, and are you going to give up or are you just going to push through? And the girls tend to push through.
Now, what do you preach to your players at practice? Is it the physical ability, the X's and O's, or is it the mental toughness?
Well, you have to have both to be successful. If you don't have the physical tools, you're never going to be able to compete. But then once you get the physical tools down, then it's important to develop mental toughness and how you're going to handle different situations and doing visualizations. And there's a bunch of different mental things that we do and try to put everyone through so that come crunch time, we're ready and we're prepared.
Now, we noticed looking at the roster, Bennett Academy has a very good success rate of sending girls off to college to continue their playing careers. What do you try to do to help the girls get their names out there and get some recognition?
Well, the major thing around here is getting the girls to first set goals for themselves and want to know, all right, this is something I want to do. I want to go play in college. What do I need to do? And then, the majority of kids these days, they get recruited out of clubs. So it's important for them to work hard throughout the summer and work that so then they can make a top club team So then they're going to get recruited, and the college coaches are going to see them when they're playing in club. So when the college coaches want to continue to contact them because they're playing on good club teams, they're having success. They're having success year round, and they want those kids that are good players and being successful.
Now this year was SportsTownChicago.com's very first annual 2010. It was the Girls Volleyball All-Star Game. We were lucky enough to host at Moraine Valley Community College, and your very own Laura Onco was a participant in the game. How'd you feel to have one of your players nominated to such an event?
Well, any time that you can have someone nominated as an All-State or anything, it's a great honor. And we try to preach at Bennett that you get nominated for those things because you're on a great team. You look at the All-State teams; they're full of great players that make up great teams, and be thankful that you have such great teammates around you that can get you recognized, so then you can be part of those teams like the All-Star game that you guys hosted.
Now, how do you keep the players in check? Because I know, looking at the season, ESPN, Chicago Tribune, everyone has you ranked either high in the state or very high nationally, as well as many of your players getting individual accolades. How do you keep them down to earth and communicating and getting along with one another?
Well, this group of girls is such a unique group that they have such high goals, and some of them are to be ranked nationally, but they just want to get better individually, and they want the team to do well. And they know that if the team does well, all those accolades, being ranked, all that stuff comes along with it. But we just need to focus on, as a team, what can we do to be great? And if we do that, then everything else is just gonna come. Okay.
I guess moving forward as a head coach, I know the state title has to be a goal of yours, but are there any other goals you have as a head coach that you'd like to accomplish in your career?
Well, at Bennett, we just want to make sure that they're getting a great education, and then if they want to have an opportunity to go play in college, they get that. As a team, a girls program has never won a state title at Bennett, and I know it would be fantastic for us to be the first. And I know next year's group is working hard because it's definitely going to be one of their goals.
That's going to be exciting to watch, that's for sure. There's a lot of hype already, and we're still months away from the season. Last question here before we let you out of here. Our producer always tends to ask this, and so I'll do it on his behalf. Who wins in a fight, a lion or a gorilla?
It's a good question. Never been asked that one before. It depends. If you're in an open field, probably a lion, but if you're in the jungle, then probably a gorilla, because the gorilla can climb up. But I kind of like the lion, right? He can run away, he's fast.
You know what, I kind of like the lion, unless you're in the jungle.
Right.
I like the answer. I don't know if our producer's happy with it, but I like it. This is Coach's Corner here on SportsTownChicago.com, powered by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I'm Alex LoCicero with Brad Baker, head coach of the Bennett Academy Red Wings. And when we come back, joining us will be junior middle hitter Meghan Haggarty. Stay tuned.
At the Illinois Center for Broadcasting Lombard campus, you're not planning for a job, but a career you love.
I'm doing things that I never thought I would be doing.
I learned so many different broadcasting techniques here at ICB.
Lombard's own state-of-the-art facility means hands-on training with the latest technology.
I learned from instructors who actually work in the broadcasting industry.
Whether your passion is radio or television, gain the experience for your future in broadcasting. Class is starting soon. Visit our website, call or text today.
Do you love sports? Consider a career in sports broadcasting at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Go to beonair.com for more info or click on this video and start your career in sports broadcasting today.
And welcome back to Coach's Corner here on SportsTownChicago.com, powered by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I'm Alex LoCicero, and joining me now from Bennett Academy is junior middle hitter Meghan Haggarty. Meghan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Meghan, big news already in the offseason. You are a nationally ranked top 50 player for the United States. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I feel honored to be in the top 50 in the country, and it definitely, the hard work pays off.
So what are you going to do now in the offseason to make sure that at the end of the season you're still in the top 50?
I'm going to work hard just off the court with staying conditioned and lifting, and also just I don't know, working hard at volleyball.
Working hard. You can't go wrong if you work hard. Now, I also hear club volleyball is a big deal, not only in the state of Illinois, but nationally. So what do you do in your club season that helps you prepare for your senior year?
Well, it's very competitive, so that really helps. And just, we practice all the time like champions, and just that, you know, it's our last game, like it's the championship, so it always pushes us to our fullest potential, so that really helps. And I really hope it continues on to high school season.
Now, the other big news is that you're already committed to the University of Wisconsin. How did you make that decision?
Well, I've always wanted to play in the Big Ten, and I narrowed it down to Wisconsin because I love everything about the school and the program, and I just love Wisconsin.
So you chose Wisconsin. Were there any other schools that you were considering?
Michigan State was one, Illinois, and just pretty much every school in the Big Ten was always an interest, but Wisconsin was the one.
Coach Baker told us that you guys do a lot of teamwork and team building exercises to start the year, whether it's high ropes courses or other things. What's your favorite memory, team moment off the court?
Probably the ropes course. It was a struggle, but we got through it all. We finished all the challenges, so that was good. And the high ropes course, it was hard, but we all got through it. And it's just, we got over our fear of heights if we were scared of heights, so that was good.
Now, Megan, you guys didn't get downstate this year. I got to imagine that's a goal for next year. What else do you want to accomplish during your high school career?
I think that every tournament that we are in, like, to win the championship, and also just to always know that, you know, we worked our hardest, and I mean, that's all you could ask for. So whatever comes along with that, just making sure that we practice very hard and to make sure it's a competitive environment all the time, because what else more can you ask for if, you know, everyone's working their hardest, doing their job. So I think that's it.
This is the Coach's Corner, brought to you by SportsTownChicago.com and powered by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. We want to thank our guest, Meghan Haggarty, today, junior middle hitter from Bennett Academy, as well as the head coach of Bennett Academy, Mr. Brad Baker. And be sure to check SportsTownChicago.com for previous Bennett Academy volleyball games, even basketball games, as well as video highlights, all-star coverage, and everything else. And be sure to stay tuned to SportsTownChicago.com for future and previous episodes of the Coach's Corner. I'm Alex LoCicero. We want to thank you for joining us here on SportsTownChicago.com, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.